Hi everyone. So now I want to summarize the Fed policy from 1976 to 1981. So what the Fed continually did during this period is continually increase the money supply every year in attempts to shift out that aggregate demand schedule and offset the impact of the oil price shocks that occurred in 73 to 75. And they did this every year. The problem was, as we described in the last slide, in the last two slides, all it would have is a temporary impact on output, but eventually wages would be bid up and prices would start to rise even more. So what we had was, by 1980, the inflation rate is 10% a year. That means prices on average are increasing by 10% every year, which is an exorbitant increase in inflation. So Paul Volcker in 1980 becomes the chairman of the Federal Reserve System. And Volcker was a believer in a lot of the work of Milton Friedman. So what he wanted to do was implement a quasi-Friedman rule and try to eliminate all the increases in money supply that occurred during the late 70s and just have a constant growth rate of the money supply. But it had to be a lot lower than it was in the late 70s. What Volcker was concerned with was this wage price cycle. So as the money supply increased, prices would start to rise, people would then demand higher wages, and the higher wages would cause prices to rise even more. And this vicious cycle kept on going for almost 5 years, and that's what caused the inflation rate of 10%. So Volcker said, look, I got to eliminate this wage price cycle. And the last video for this section of the class will be coming up in a few minutes. Okay, bye-bye.